Okay, happy Big Friday, April 25th. Let's get going. Back on the mic. My son is asleep, taking a nappy. Fridays are great for me for podcasting. My wife works from home, so she's on Levi duty, but he's also taking a nap, so it's perfect. And have a window here. I would love to do more podcasts. It just the team is strong. The team is big. We got a lot of meets coming up, and so it's really tough to find a window to podcast, especially when I'm daddy daycare at home with Levi as well. So I'm very busy. No excuse though. I really would love to do more. I did one last week. Here we go again. And so my goal is to try to get 2 or 3 per week. So if you enjoy the podcast, just know I'm eager to do more. Thank you for being patient. And we're going to keep rocking these out. Okay. Before we get started, by the way, shout out to Amy and John Herrera. They did the Arnold. They did the Cohen Worlds. They did the USAW Worlds in Atlanta. And they just now competed, winning gold medals at Florida State. In 2 weeks, or I should say 3, we go to Pan Ams. They compete at Pan Ams. And then we turn around and we go to Vegas for Worlds. Then we have USAW Worlds at the end of the year in Florida. Or no, New Orleans, if I'm not mistaken. And that is including all of the GWL competitions. Now I could talk about Robert O'Day and I could talk about Stephen Powell and so many other lifters. Congratulations to Jacqueline today as well. And I could talk about these lifters who compete often in the sport, not just John and Amy, but they just got done competing in state. So they're on my mind right now. And congratulations to Amy and to John. And it's the point I'm making is love your life. Go out there and push the chips in. You know I talk a lot about this, and we'll get to the screen share video here in literally 1 minute, I promise. But I'm going to give kind of the same speech I give often on this podcast, is stop letting people put limits on you. I mean, we have masters lifters doing 12, 13 meets a year. Constantly. So for my senior lifters, for the senior lifters out there, let's step our game up. Always be strong. Always be ready. Compete often. Give it your best. Let the monster inside of you be released into the world. And show everybody what you're truly made of. Show yourself what you're truly made of. That's the exciting part. Let me pull up my YouTube channel here on my phone and see about the YouTube comments. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. My favorite vlog, period. Will Hawkinson. Yep, Travis Cooper here. Thank you. Will says it's his favorite vlog, period. He's in the back, actually. Perfect. Yes, John has actually not competed. I'm actually just premeditating his win. So I'm so confident John's going to kick ass and win the gold, just like Amy did. He already won it. That's how confident I am. Will Hawkinson. This is what we call a pride lift, 110. Favorite moment is when you hit, there's a heart in front of that. Hit a make, then don't even take it. Or hit a single, then don't even take it. Mental Clark. I don't know. I'm reading that wrong, but let's get into it. So my point is just go out there and compete, train hard. Don't let people put limits on you. And enjoy weightlifting. Let's make weightlifting fun again. Okay? It's a tough sport. It's a rodeo. It's mentally challenging. It's daunting. You have to be extremely disciplined to be a weightlifter. You have to be a disciplined person to do the same thing pretty much every single day. And so this is why we must compete. We must have fun. If you don't, you're going to just burn out and die. I can't stress that enough. So this is Travis Cooper at MASH Mafia. And let's get started. So that was me throwing the squat rack because I'm upset. Will, how's it coming in? Are you able to see the full screen? The sound's good. Are we good to go, Will? Start the video. Let's go. So again, emotion, passion, let it loose. Not one time did Travis Mash, Coach Trav, or Coach Penley ever walk up and say, hey, don't hurt the equipment. Now, was it because I'm a high-level weightlifter at the time and I got away with it? Probably. Right? If you have no gold medals around your neck, if you haven't lifted for Team USA yet, if you don't have a lot of dirt under your fingernails and a lot of credibility, throwing around squat racks and plates at squat racks. I mean, what's his name? Jordan did that Instagram video yesterday. There's the clip of me throwing the weight right at the squat rack at Muscle Driver, punching holes in the wall at Cal Strength, etc. Okay. Yeah, you got to have some street cred to be able to do some things like this. I'll give it to you. If you're just kind of a no-name weightlifter and you're in the gym throwing plates and squat racks and stuff, probably not a great idea. So if you want to throw some equipment and punch holes in the wall, go win a gold medal. And then you could do that. And I'm half kidding, but I'm really not actually. Go get some street cred and then make your YouTube videos. And then tell everybody that they're wrong. And this is the proper technique. And John North sucks. If you want to say John North sucks and that you hate John North and you hate the red circle and this, I'm fine with that. Freedom of speech, great. Come at me all you want. If you want to come at the Penlay method, if you want to, whatever. Just go win some gold medals. That's all I ask. If not, your words fall to deaf ears. And so same thing with the emotions here. So I'm not saying if you have not won a gold medal, I'm not saying not to have emotion. Because listen, you got to have emotion on the rise up. In order to even win those gold medals, you got to let the monster out. But you got to kind of know your place. There's levels to it. At this point in my career, I'm throwing squat racks because I can, and I'm pissed. But Travis Mash is all about it because here's the thing with Mash. And here's the slightly choppy, I'm sorry, Will. The thing with Mash and the thing with Penlay and Dave Spitz and all these coaches I've had, Jackie Mall, is that they were able to, they didn't care about the squat rack throw. They didn't care about the plate throw and the holes in the wall and everything like that because they don't give what they care about is success. They care about gold medals. They care about championships. It's funny. I'm watching the horse documentary on Netflix right now, the racehorse documentary. I forget what it's called. Will, if you can help me. Chasing the Crown, I think it's what it's called. Really good. We just finished the first episode. I love the title too, Chasing the Crown. Here's what we're doing in weightlifting. We're chasing the gold medal. We're chasing the national titles. We're chasing the Team USA. We're chasing the state titles, the master meets, whatever it may be, your personal goals in the gym, you're chasing the crown. And I'm watching this documentary with my wife last night, and I'm thinking these horse owners are crazy. These trainers are crazy. These jockeys are crazy. These horses are crazy. They're just after the crown, doing what it takes. They're mad scientists. They're showing emotion. I mean, I go, wow, this is weightlifting. And too many people today don't have this emotion that's needed in order to be victorious. Yeah, Race for the Crown. Thank you, Will. It's a great, great show. And so I think there's a lot of weightlifters out there. If you let the monster out inside of you and stopped caring so much about what people think, if you're at a gym that won't let you take your shirt off, change gyms. If you're in a gym that won't let you slam bars, change gyms. If you have a coach that doesn't want you to do more than 3 or 4 meets a year, change gyms. If you have a coach that's really going to get that upset if you show some emotion and yell Schenkel, then change coaches. You got to love your life, man. You got to find that squad who's going to ride or die with you. And so Mash Mafia could care less. I threw a squat rack, even though it probably dented the wall and it's not good on the equipment, because we're out for success and for victory. Who cares about equipment? Who cares about stuff that costs money? The sponsorship deal that me and Mash Mafia had back then, we got tons of free equipment. Again, the benefits of being elite in the sport, granted. I know that's not relevant for everybody. But before we move on, my point is that just get crazy, get wild, show emotion, and I promise you, you're going to see some massive gains in your training. And be with a coach that allows it, by the way. Be with somebody who lets you be you. Coach Penlay used to say it all the time. I let John be John. I let Donnie be Donnie. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to orchestrate the atmosphere. I'm going to create the atmosphere in building champion. That's the Ivan Avajayev method. So Travis Cooper's coming today?
Travis Cooper is here.
Where is he?
He's in the back room. He's been calling you out.
I didn't even know he was there yet. I think that's who Will was talking about by he's in the back room. That's hilarious. I love that. You know, so Trav came, and listen, here's the best thing is it's a win-win. Travis is there to benefit his training. He's competing. He's training for meets. He's going to be under the watchful eyes of Mafia. He's going to train with his former muscle driver teammate, me. We're going to have fun. We're going to push. That's the win-win. You got to link up with cats and you got to go. What's he been saying?
He's saying that by the time he's done today, that the Attitude Nation will be renamed Cooper Nation.
Oh, there's Will. There's Will's comment. Cooper Nation. Talking smack. Now, here's the thing. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm pretty confident. Travis Cooper did not say that. Travis Cooper is the nicest, most humble, cool hand Luke, calm, but of course, fierce person you'll ever meet. He's humble, but very confident. He's calm, but he's a mighty warrior. And Trav did not say this. Even joking around, Travis wouldn't say this. If you know Travis, you know what I'm talking about. But who's saying this, though? Who's creating this narrative? The coach. This is one reason out of many. Coach Mash Mafia, Travis Mash, is a phenomenal world-renowned coach. This is why we did so well together. And this is why when Muscle Driver was broken up, I went right to Travis Mash to be my coach. I called him and said, will you please be my coach? Travis Mash said, yes. And the relationship started. I had many options. I could go anywhere. At that time, I could go anywhere at that time. Any team for big bucks, big sponsorships. I can go to any coach, any team. I can get the red carpet rolled out for me. Sorry to be prideful right now, but it's the truth. And I said, Coach Trav Mash, let's go. He was the right fit. It worked. It was amazing. And here's one reason where Travis Mash is creating a false narrative to spice up training. Creating a battle. Shit talking. Coach Penley used to do it all the time. And so Coach Mash is just throwing gas on the fire. He's creating an atmosphere. He got Travis out there. He's got me there. We got the program. We got the gym. He's going to sit back, and Coach Travis Mash is going to see the design of his atmosphere cash out and make progress.
Oh, wow.
Easy bake.
Really good training here off mid blocks, right at the knee. Just got done hitting 110. Here's 120. Notice how Travis Cooper, as he's standing up, he flips it down. I wouldn't call it a full Korean rep, but pretty much. It's pretty much a Korean rep. And I think a lot of rookies make the mistake of standing all the way up and then lowering it down. That's, first of all, it's very dangerous. It's not good on the body. It's not good on the back. You're jerking your body. And plus, you just can't catch a rhythm that way. I see a lot of rookie weightlifters like this. As you're standing up with the weight, flip it down as you're standing. Get reset, go into a kiss, go into a hang, go into another set from the floor, whatever it may be. Flip it down, go again. This is rhythm lifting. You're going to see Travis Cooper here in this video and myself with a lot of rhythm and training. rhythmic training. And not just the lifts, but the recovery, the banter, the shit talking, the energy drink sipping, the coffee drinking, like the wiping the face, who's up, loading weights. If you could really sit down and watch a session like this, the flow of the training is tremendous. It's fast paced. It's got a beautiful rhythm to it. It has a life of its own. We're not just sitting there waiting for each other to lift. That's a big misconception. So let's keep going. Yeah, this is high block, by the way. So this is above the knee right here. Notice bar never drags the thigh. That's why it comes right into the hips there. That's why turn up the volume. Be a weightlifter today, and for this podcast and in your gym that hears weightlifting. Don't just see weightlifting, but hear it. You know, Kendrick Farris was talking about that on the Dylan Cooper video. Pow pow? I call it click clat. You know, these are the two sounds that you want to hear. Pow pow, click clat. Bar into the hips, heels landing on the catch. All right, so there you go. So that's a perfect example of the first one was a Korean rep. Snatched it as I'm standing up, barely standing up. I flip it down and reset. Good. Okay. The second one there, that was a miss. I know it. My head's down. I'm looking down. Travis knows it. Mash knows it. Everyone does. Okay, so you got to you got to be real with yourself when there's a miss or not. Especially when you're Korean repping like that. A lot of people try to play it off like that would be a make. I can't remember if I even say it in this video. If someone gets it on film, me saying the second one was a miss, maybe I do. Because I used to say it all the time. Coach Penley would have us nod if we were Korean repping. He would have us look at him and nod our chin to say, got it. There you go. Yeah. And I always stand the last one up, right? So if you're going to Korean rep, like you never should Korean rep a single. Now, I sometimes do Korean rep singles as I'm maxing out in training, even to this day. I won't stand up with lifts until all the way up to, you know, lately in my career, the last 3 or 4 years. If I got like 120 kilos on, I'll stand up. You know, 120, 125, 130, 134, 37, a rare 40 these days for me. I think the most I've snatched in the last 4 years is 143 at 24 Hour Fitness at a GWL meet. What was it, 5-6 years ago? I went 150 at a CrossFit gym with the team, with Brian Neitch, Will Hawkinson at the Arnold. That was fun, but I think that was probably 4 or 5 years ago. But my point is that it's okay to Korean some reps when you're warming up, but when you get up to those heavies, stand them all the way up. Okay, and if you're doing sets or a complex, always stand the last one up. All right. Okay, this comment is 100% false. Not even the point to even talk about it. And let's keep going.
Good trap.
Good.
Yes.
Crazy. 130 for a triple on a high block. Stands the last one fully up. Korean reps the first two. Notice the mobility as he's stretching that bar way behind the head. Ass to grass on that last snatch. Notice how he settled too. That's big. Sink and settle all the way down before you stand up. Look, when you're Travis Cooper, even you listening, just with strong legs, I mean, compared to what you clean and jerk, back squat and front squat, snatch weight is nothing. This is why lifters that are too quick to stand up in the snatch, no need. Sink and settle, find your balance, and then stand up. Have that confidence. Don't feel rushed. Okay, good set here by Travis Cooper. So that there's some ego coming out here, because look, I had a pretty crappy set at 20. I mean, I missed the second set. and I haven't really woke up yet. So looking 130 for Trav here, I remember thinking like, oh, he slammed it like that with a fist pump. He doesn't think I got it. He thinks he's going to win. I honestly can't remember if he does or not. I haven't seen this video in probably 8 years, but let's continue. So the first one was a make, a little forward. I could have obviously stood it up and walked it out maybe a step, but decided to flip it down and reset. Second one was good, no problem. Third one, just mental Clark. What can I say? Do I have an answer for you? I don't know. It's tough. I don't remember this week or this cycle or the time period necessarily of this video. Training could have been very hard because the MASH training was brutal. Brutal. So before Travis got here, I could have been just completely beat down with training, but which is fine. It's no excuse because I was always beat down with training. There wasn't a time where I wasn't beat down with training. There was no time where I'm like, oh, I feel pretty good. Maybe a few days before a big meet, but that's it. I don't know if this was the day after I hit 240 for 5 in the pen leg. I have no idea. So you got to remember those things. 200 kilos is always 200 kilos. We get fatigued and tired and things like that. That's the tough part about weightlifting is our competitor is always in perfect shape. But it's tough training. 130 is still no joke, even at this level. Travis Cooper's coming at me hard right now. Who knows? Maybe he's in my head a little bit. When you have one of the goats of American weightlifting coming at you, it's a little intimidating. But what are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, I've had a miss. I'm tired. It's been a tough week. I'm just going to go ahead and move on. No, you keep fighting. You keep battling. It's that simple. So it looks like I took a second and then hit it again for the basically unofficial triple. Let me rewind that real quick. So there's the Clark. Okay, you can hear the music is very different. It's. I don't think I just came right back and hit it. I think I probably took a minute. MASH probably came over to me, and then I hit it just for a single to build confidence to then go up. Because at this point, I'm not really trying to train for a meet. I'm just trying to beat Travis. And so, again, I'm watching this with you organically. I haven't gone back to review it. So that's kind of where I think my mindset is here. And good podcast here because I get to talk about things like this. There's nothing wrong with that. If you miss a triple, take a minute, hit it for a single, kind of to put an unofficial triple to it, right? Reset, put a little more weight on and go again. I bet you $20 that's what I do. So really just not having a good day. If you guys know about the MASH days, I was snatching 60 and complexing 50s like nothing. I was still unbeatable at this point. I was still on Team USA, still winning nationals. I was still basically untouchable. And for me to be missing lifts like this, I don't know if I was having just a bad high block day, but just not having the best day. And that's what's good about this video is that it just shows the reality of hard training. Every day is not going to be lollipops and rainbows. But you got to just keep fighting because there's no such thing as a bad day. All this sweat here, all this effort gets put in the sweat bank for us to cash out later. Don't forget that. So next time you're having kind of a tough day, just remember this session. And just remember, you just got to keep fighting. That's it. But notice how, by the way, there's no moving on. 3 misses, move on. The limitations that people are going to put on you that we see today. The unwritten rules of weightlifting. No, you fight till coach says move on. That's what you do. more. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice right there. Sorry, I'm getting jacked up because I'm watching this like I've seen it. This is the first time I've watched it. I mean, obviously I was there, but it's been so long and I haven't watched it since. So, you know, I'm kind of rooting, getting jacked up here. 135. So I come back and I make the triple. Now, a lot of people would have moved on probably. And I'm not tooting my own horn. That's Mash saying, go, go, go. You got to remember, I'm talking to Coach Mash between every single set. You know? So he's saying, go, 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 go. You can do it. I put on 35 after missing 30. And then here we go for the triple. So this is just good advice for lifters out there, especially these young cats. You just got to keep fighting. You are capable of more than your miss. You're capable of more than what your body is telling you. Don't forget that. Your body will lie to you. 140 versus Travis Cooper, and the goal is triple. Okay, so it looks like we're kind of at a top set here. No 137, no 138. We're going right to the big 40. Let's see what happens. First one was really good by Coop. Second one crushed him. Notice he's got the headphones in, so the music's on. Probably listening to something that he wants to listen to. 40's a big lift. You got to remember Travis Cooper's an 85 at the time. I'm a 94. So he's a weight class below me. And that's credit to him. I mean, we're battling. He's a weight class below me. So good attempt there, though. Good attempt. There it is. Came down to the last. Notice it went back to back on Trav. This is another big thing here too. A lot of times we're only going to take about a 30-second rest. We're going to go again. One thing I see a lot in rookie weightlifting is a lifter will miss a 140 like this or a lift that they're lifting. They'll sit down and they'll wait 3-4 minutes. Way too much waiting around in weightlifting. No, you take 30 seconds, you take a minute, you catch your breath, you get your mind right, you attack it again. This whole, I missed, I'm going to wait 3-4 minutes and go again. You're getting cold, my friend. You're letting the devil in the red dress whisper in your ear thoughts of quitting and moving on. You cannot let the bar get into your head. You have to keep in the zone. Jeez, I'm really upset here. You can hear me say, are you effing serious? Trav's right next to me. One of those days, man. What are you going to do? Quit?
Oh, yeah!
There it is. I'll take the second miss though right there. The lock then miss behind. Any day of the week, I'll take that miss. You know, I tell my athletes, listen, if you're going to miss behind. You know, first one was rock solid. Second one missed behind. And it was good attempt though, right? A lot of people think that a miss will just poof into it, like it never happened. No, you're still gaining strength. You're still putting power through the platform. You know, you're still getting better and stronger at weightlifting. I mean, if they're good misses, you're getting better at the sport. Close. Yeah, this is definitely a good battle here. Trav with 2 misses there. Nobody can seem to get the triple. I mean, look, this is a big bull here at the rodeo because we're trying to go for a triple. We're barely making 1. It's not like Coach Trav came over and said, "Hey, let's just try to make a double here." Like, no, we're still trying to hit the triple. Oh, jeez, there. What is up with me in that squat rack, by the way? Boy, I keep looking at it. It's right there. You see me, I grabbed it with my hand, premeditating the squat rack throw. I don't like being claustrophobic, by the way. I didn't love this setup. I can't stand squat racks right behind me. I know I sound like a prima donna, but it's like lifting in a commercial gym, those safety squat rack bars. You got to get those off. Get those off the rack. So dangerous. Have more space. But it's okay. It's okay. We got to keep fighting. Yeah, so no words being spoke between Trav. We're in the suck together. It's the bottom line. You know what I mean? You're in the dark. You're pushing through together. What are you going to say? There's nothing to say. There's no talking. Notice how, by the way, there's some gyms I go to. Everyone's talking about, movies and technique and straps and this, how some competition that you did last week. Like, stop talking. Shut up. Like, train and train hard. I'm not saying it's not okay to talk. I'm just saying there's a time and place. When you're battling a weight like this and you're going tit for tat, it's time to focus in. There it is. Come on. 2. Oh, come on. Gosh, freaking there. I totally get me right here. I'm about to throw my headphones, let alone the squat rack. Man. I looking back, I know this squat rack throw has been viral the last 10 years. It's made so many different Instagram videos and things that people have put together, and it's kind of a classic thing now, which is pretty cool. But it's been a while, of course. I mean, I don't think I've watched this video since I made it. I mean, it's been this was published 11 years ago. I forget the build up to the squat rack throw. But now I could really see it because those 2 were money. Those 2 snatches at 140 were money. Coming down to the third one, and I Clark it. So really just what's happening here is that I'm just pissed off at myself. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming my coach. I'm not blaming my nutrition, or I didn't sleep well last night, or my teammate is being a poo-poo head, or somebody walked in front of me, or someone made a noise right before I lifted the weight. Like, no. That's the problem with weightlifters today. I have no excuse besides myself. I am being mentally weak. I'm being a freaking softie. So I'm pissed at myself. But these days, you're not going to see any weightlifters hold themselves accountable because it's everybody else's fault. Man, it's a big freaking slam. And we're right back at it. So there you go, right there. Great example, by the way, of, okay, I threw a fit. Haters can hate. Say what you want. I get it. But I threw a fit. I threw the squat rack. I got pissed off. I have a lot of emotion right now. Calm, cool Travis Cooper just still rocking with me, saying John North's crazy. But Travis Cooper's crazier than me, by the way. See, he's the quiet guy at the bar you don't want to mess with. That's why he has a better resume than me. He's crazier than me. Inside, he's crazier than me. I just have more outwardly craziness. It's like Donnie, but inside, guys like Donnie and Travis Cooper, they're displaying way more craziness just internally than me. I mean, any lifter that would just sit there like Travis and just battle this with me is crazy. You have to be crazy to be a weightlifter. Bottom line. So notice that we're right back at it. I didn't get in the car. I didn't go home. I didn't throw a fit. Screw this. I'm done. Let's just move on to clean and jerks. No, you get right back on the horse and you ride. Oh, well, or you Clark. Man, this is intense. Brutal, man. It's a brutal session, by the way. Brutal. You don't see this anymore, by the way. You don't see this anymore. You got the GOAT, one of the GOATs of American weightlifting, Travis Cooper. You got me. You think that these young cats out there would watch this video and be like, oh, I'm going to train like this. Well, we don't. We don't. Which you should, though. It's the Penley method. Mash Mafia method. Here we go. We're back at 40. It's not stopping. T-shirt's off, by the way. Threw the shirt off. We're still going. You got to be mentally tough to even take cracks out of it. You know, this is good mental building. Gosh. Get it the freak back, John. Come on. Turn your torso through and stick it back. Fuck. It's freaking mental. I'm getting pissed just watching. I want to just burst through this screen right now. And I mean, I couldn't snatch 40 off a high block right now, but I'd love to just kick me in the face right now. Gosh. All right, so there you see Trav is telling me, you know, a good coach at this point is saying, let's move on. You know, look, we still have CJs and squats. Don't forget that, by the way. You know, we're not one of these teams that only snatch and clean and jerk one time per day. Monday's snatch day. Wednesday's clean and jerk day. Get that out of here. So Coach Mash knows that we got clean and jerks, we got squats, we got pulls, we got presses, we got a whole ton of exercises still. You know, at this point, I agree with Mash. It's like, all right, let's move on. So notice how I give him the one more. One more. So I love this dynamic right here. The coach is fighting with the athlete. The athlete's fighting with the coach. Come on, coach, one more. And the coach is like, okay, fine, last one. This is how it should be. The coach should be the one saying move on, and the athlete should be saying, no, coach, one more. It shouldn't be the other way around. And so many times as me as a coach, I've had young prima donna weightlifters that are talented. I've named a lot of them the last few podcasts. But that they're the ones that want to move on, and I'm sitting there going, what do you mean? That's there. Take another shot. You got it. Come on, wave up again, Bud Pierce style. Put another kilo on. Don't give up. See, that's the trick. The coach needs to be saying move on. The athlete needs to saying coach one more. And that's what you see right here in this clip. One more. Yeah, look at that. Clark, miss, throw the squat rack. Coach is saying move on. In my head. And then what happens? You know, if you're a betting man in Vegas, if you're thinking, no way. Coach is saying move on. He's way mentally gone. He's fatigued. He's tired. This is way too long. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to hit it for a triple. I don't know. I got to push play. But just the fact that I went underneath it and locked it. I mean, shoot, if I missed it behind right here, I'd still be pretty satisfied. just to overcome that mental battle. Physically, it's fine. I could train all day, every day. That's what we did back then. It's no problem. I don't need a jug of water and all that. I just train all day. It's that simple. So for anybody listening out there, this is just a good example of staying in the fight. Staying in the fight. Boy, that second one locked, though. That second one truly locked. You know the difference between a locked miss and then one that just wasn't there. So, I'll see what happens on the third here I know it's not going to count if I made it, but let's see if I can make this last one.
Come on now. Last one, let's go.
No way. Gosh, dang it. Okay. I got to push play, see what happens, but pretty sure we're going to move on from here. Really glad I went underneath, made the first one. Had a good attempt with the lock on the second. Some might even say, oh, it was a Korean rep. No, I missed it. I didn't try to play it off like it was a Korean rep, but first one I'll take. Good training.
That wasn't a make.
Oh, there you go. See? Look at that. I just said it. That wasn't a make on the second.
140's kicking our ass. Drop down to 130, hit some volume work, move on to squats.
See, this is the type of training that these cats don't get. The haters don't get. The crap talkers don't get. You got keyboard warriors on here right now talking smack. Empty necks. Nobody knows how to train hard. We're sitting here battling 40. And by the way, this person's way wrong. I got the number one weightlifting team in the world. What are you talking about? Proof is in the pudding. The last 3 meets, we've taken 68 medals. Number one team in the world, baby. I got literally the best weightlifting team in the world. And especially the Masters team. We got the number one Masters team in the world. Man, we podium every single national meet. Top team in the world, baby. Love my athletes. Red Circle Mafia. This guy's just, everything this guy says is just wrong. This guy couldn't freaking spend 5 minutes in the gym with me. He's probably one of the guys that quit, that disappeared into the world because he couldn't hack it. But guess what he can hack? He can't hack keyboard. That's what he can hack in the comfort of his mom's house. Comfort of his mom's house. Couldn't hack it himself, but he's got the keyboard though. I bet him just watching this video, he's overtrained. So look at that. We battle 40. We knock a few 40s down. And we work all the way up, by the way. Getting some good work in. Don't forget about the workups, by the way. Those are big. Those are really big. So you're thinking, holy smoking biscuits. It's time to move on to clean and jerks. No, we're going to drop down and we're going to get volume work in. Now, some would say, well, geez, this is volume work right here. Well, not yet. We still got drop sets. So this should show some people out there that their training program needs to be tougher. Okay? And I could sit here and talk about Dave Spitz and Jackie Ma and Coach Glenn Penley all day. But this is Travis Mash. This is a whole new chapter in our life, a whole new training philosophy. This is going out winning multiple national meets, representing Team USA toward the back end of my career under Coach Mash, training like this. You talk about the Dohertys, you talk about these big, Yasha Faye, these big time coaches have been in the game a long time. You're going to find some rugged training programs. Look at Average Bros Gym. Sit down and talk to John Bros. I mean, I know Will likes that one interview, that he says, snatch, clean, and jerk to max. Nobody's going to do my program because it's just too hard. So let's get on to the video here.
Yes, me and Cooper lost, but we're sticking together as a team, and we're going to keep moving forward. We might have lost the battle, but we're going to win the war.
Look at that right there. That's good. That's good. No crazy cuss words. Nothing crazy. No tiger shankle jump. I'm not throwing any weights here. Just a nice little motivational speech that's true, by the way. You know, we lost the battle. Me and Travis Cooper are in it together as a team. We're showing unity, even though we did snatch a few nice 140s from the high block. We didn't achieve the triple. But it's okay. We might have lost the battle, but we're not gonna lose the war. I like that. Let's move on.
Back. There you go. Come on, Trav. There it is. There's the rhythm.
Nice. Hey, there you go. You gotta love the energy though. A little second wind here. You know, got a few good snatches at 40. Fell short from the triple. But sometimes it's one you kind of like when you admit defeat, when you have enough in you to say, okay, we got our asses kicked by this weight, and you could just kind of move forward from that and have a fresh start. That's what's good about drop sets. You're like, all right, okay, new part of the session. Let's attack the bar in front of us. And so here we are with 30. And so there's kind of like a second wind when it comes to drop sets. And then we gear up for the CJs.
Come on, commit.
There we go. Good.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
All right, I'm dropping all the way down to 110 for a set of 5 before me and Trav move on to squats. What this is just a pride lift. Make a few snatches and then move on.
Yeah, so that's good advice there. Hit 2 really strong snatches at 30. Me and Trav, by the way, are like right on point. He missed the last snatch at 30. I missed the last drop at 30. But we're getting some good work in. We're building the engine. And it's okay to drop down to something light like this at 10 and just smoke a set of 5. Get some volume work in and on a make. You know, spike the adrenaline a little bit and move on to, I guess, the squats. No clean and jerks. That must have been this morning. I thought in one of these videos, where was the one where I was doing like a complex with 180 or 175? I thought it was this video, but no, we move on to squats. Oh, no. Here's later in the day. I got the orange shorts on. There we go. Yeah, that's the clip I'm talking about. We got to go. I only got about 10 more minutes. I got Zoom. I got athletes on Zoom right now. I got to get rocking. But good advice here. You know, look, you got your program. Okay, that's your blueprint. It's okay to add some lifts. Drop down. Get some more snatches in there. You know, add some squats. Do a double day. Add a bodybuilding program in there. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Bang. Come on. Ooh. So for all my athletes out there that dread the 5+ reps that I program at times, here you go. What'd it say? 8. 205 for 8. Fast forward a little bit here.
Don't quit, John. Let's go.
One more. Good. Oof. Dramatic, John. 208, 205 for 8 ain't no joke. It's big. That's big. It looks like Will's saying, did he go up on me, Will?
I'm gonna go home tonight, right after this hard training session. I got more work to do in there. I'm training every single day. We're gonna go out and eat big dinner. Lobster dinner, seafood dinner. You think I care? No, I'm gonna get a thing of wine, relax, talk to my buddy, and play Madden on my new PS4. You think I give a fuck? And then guess what? I'm gonna wake up in the morning, go get Starbucks, fuck C4, get my Miss Brown Eyes on. And then I'm gonna wake up in the morning and do it all over again. I don't. Travis does neither. So fuck you.
Yeah, so that's a hard lifestyle right there. You know, I mean, that's what I always desire and wish that more athletes would do at a young age. You know, in their 20s, that can dedicate a window of their life to really pushing for a big goal in the sport. You know, is just train all day, eat, sleep, play video games. Train all day, eat, sleep, play video games. You know, at this point, of course, I had the seminar money and the online money coming in like hotcakes, but you know, there's a whole journey that got me here. It's not like I just woke up like this. So I don't really have to work like a normal job, sponsorships, etc. But the thing is that it's okay to get a part-time job out there and train most of the day. You know, you can make it work. You know, I just really wish that people would just push the chips in and kind of live this lifestyle, if you will, of just, can I train 6-7 hours a day? You know, that's the goal. So good example here. 210, you're right. Oh gosh, look at that. Look at that, Will. He goes up on me. Not only does he go up on me, we'll mute it here so I can talk. He goes up on me 2 reps with 2 extra kilos. Travis Cooper, the leg machine. Man. 210 for 10. At 85 weight class, by the way. Absolute monster. Yeah, and, you know, Travis is a good example, too, of always chasing the training. You know, he wasn't ever officially on Team Cal Strength, but he would fly out all the time. We'd fly him out all the time, and he would train with his Cal Strength. Tons and tons of great weeks and sessions at Cal Strength. You know, us, Ian Wilson would come out, and then Travis would fly home. And then, of course, when we opened a Muscle Driver and went out there, he missed the last one. Close. I didn't count it. Was that 10, Will? Was that the 10th one? Good effort, though. You know, so then, of course, he joined Muscle Driver. We trained, you know. Then Muscle Driver shut down. And then, you know, he comes out here and we train together at MASH. And so what we're doing is we're always vibing off each other. And Travis is always going out chasing that atmosphere and that training. And not just me. You know, he'd do the same thing with Donnie and other teams. And, you know, he's just a guy that really saw the importance of team and energy and atmosphere and how to benefit that for his career. Not just saying, I know everything, leave me alone, I'm elite. You know, I think that elite mentality in weightlifting can kills many weightlifters. They just go to die when you think you know everything and you're super elite and you don't need anybody and you don't need teammates and you hardly need your coach, and you're just pointing fingers at everybody. That is just such the wrong mindset. You got to feed off people. You got to have a mind full of positivity in order to attack these big weights like Travis Cooper. So Travis Cooper is just a great example of this philosophy, if you will. Let's turn it back up.
That's at 85. That's at 85 and he tried 10. Put me in my place today is what he's doing.
All right, so this, as we know, is the next morning after food and sleep and Madden. This is crazy right here, by the way. The CJ session's wild.
All right. Then short heel. I ride back at my enemy's crib with Tennessee. Oh my God.
Yeah. This was right before Pan Ams. This was before Arnold National Pan Ams. Like, I was in good shape here. 160 in a complex. The lockout looks strong. Again, Travis is with me. Good extra energy here.
Where is that?
All right, we got Kilo Pino on the chat. What's up, Kilo? Kilo just got done competing at the Florida State competition. He went 3 for 3 in the snatch. I talked to him on the phone. I have not spoke to him since the CJs. Kilo, give us the good news here on the CJs, and what did you place? There's 165. It's a tough complex here. Usually the morning sessions are a little, even though we're lifting big, I'm probably a little quieter. Probably a little on the beat up side from yesterday. Yesterday was tough, as you guys saw. I mean, the snatches, the squats. It was a big day. Let's see here. Kilo saying 2. 6 for 6. Let's go. Kilo Pino. Dr. Kilo Pino. Dr. Eric, nice job. Congratulations. Here's 170. Schenkel shrug pull with the mid hang with the front squat. It's a mean complex here. Easy money jerk, walk out, 12 by 12, hold it down. That's another thing that I wish weightlifters would do, especially the weightlifters on the come up. Always show control, even in training before you drop the weight. Don't just drop it early and get lazy with it, because that will carry over to the competition stage. And that's never good. As you can see there, get my back worked on. 170 in that. That's pretty. I forgot that I did that. It's a good weight for that complex. Look at that. caffeineandkilos.com. Shout out to my boy Danny and Dean. Get my back worked on. And I got those old Bulgarian shoes, as you can see right here. Yeah, we got Matthias out of Denmark competing tomorrow. Very excited for Matthias. Top in the country out there. Beast of a weightlifter. And looking at taking that gold. Matthias has got a rest day today, a little active recovery, and his taper has been going really good this week. So we will talk and go over numbers on the messenger today, Matthias, and we'll get rocking there. Again, shout out to Kilo Pino going 6 for 6, winning the state title. Shout out to Amy winning the state title, Jacqueline. And we got John Herrera, who lifts in just a few hours. So that's it, guys. Wanted to break this video down. Shout out to Mash Mafia, Coach Travis Mash. Always good memories here. And definitely shout out to Travis Cooper, the main focus here. Just good battle, good team push, and hopefully this podcast helps everybody to battle on. So thank you for listening. I'm going to get back to coaching. God bless. Have a great day. And Attitude Nation, salute. Thanks for listening, Will, and everybody else. God bless.